video, we're going to discuss email re-engagement. An email re-engagement campaign is nothing more than reaching out to subscribers who are no longer active. In other words, people that have stopped opening your emails, clicking your links, and so on. Statistics show that as much as 25% of your email list will die off each year. Now, this is due primarily to people changing email providers, changing jobs, especially if you're in a B2B marketplace, or simply opting out of your list. And while quality list building certainly needs to be a part of your list strategy, it's important to retain subscribers you've already invested in acquiring. When you implement an email re-engagement campaign correctly, you'll not only improve your overall list hygiene, but you'll also ensure that you maintain your list and don't dump active and valid subscribers. So what options do you really have? Well, number one is to keep on mailing until you get a hard bounce or until the person unsubscribes. Now, while that may have been an okay idea in the past, it's not a good strategy nowadays. The game has changed and you simply can't do that. The ISPs are looking at engagement rates to determine where to place your emails. In other words, whether to accept them at all, whether to place them in the inbox, or whether to put them in the junk folder. This is why some email service providers are forcing their customers to engage their subscribers or lose them. In fact, there's a well-known email provider that has told their customers that they are required to purge all subscribers that haven't opened an email in 4 months. So that leads us to option number 2, which is to re-engage. Again, a re-engagement campaign is nothing more than bringing back to life subscribers that have not been opening your emails and getting rid of the dead weight, if you will. Truth is, these folks are no longer interested in what you have to say for one reason or another, or they haven't been getting your messages. Either way, you need to figure out how to work with those people, remove them, or get them re-engaged. So let's take a moment to go through a simple process for rolling out your own re-engagement campaigns. There are 5 basic steps. So let's start with step number 1. First and foremost, you need to determine how long you want to go back. A good guideline is 3 to 6 months. Now, if this is your first time doing the campaign, it may take a little longer to get through your list, and you may want to consider chunking it down into segments and watching the stats very closely so you can get an idea of what's going on. Chances are that after 6 months of unengaged activity, your re-engagement rates are going to be very low, which is why we recommend that 3 to 6 month window. Next, you need to segment your list. Assuming that you have good data on your subscribers, go further than just the aging process. Go through and define key segments that you can create custom engagement campaigns for. For example, products that they've purchased, interests that they self-identified, and so on. The more targeted you are, the more successful the campaigns are going to be. Next, you need to design your campaigns. You'll need to think through your campaigns and come up with something that's extremely valuable that they won't be able to ignore. You need to think of this as your final chance to save these subscribers and spend a good amount of time crafting your subject line. Remember, if they've not been opening your messages, the subject lines and the formatting is simply not appealing to them. It's okay to entice at this point, but be sure not to mislead. Next, you need to send the message and monitor it. You want to set up some sort of tracking mechanism and measure your results. Now, I'd recommend looking at your stats in the first 24 hours and then again in 7 days to give adequate time for people that may not be glued to their emails in order to read your messages as they come in. You want to track the opens, clicks, also the spam complaints and the unsubscribes, and you want to aim to keep your complaints below 0.1%. Remember, you should be chunking these lists down to segments between 5,000 and 10,000 tops so that you can get accurate data and know when to stop going back. And finally, you want to repeat this for each of the segments in your list. Re-engagement campaigns are an extremely important part of any healthy email program. Once you've done the complete campaign with your existing list, consider creating automated sequences. And here's a little bonus tip. Take all the subscribers that haven't opened your email through your re-engagement campaign and try to re-engage them through alternative methods. For instance, if you collect mailing addresses, consider a direct mail campaign. The bottom line is that you should absolutely be running re-engagement campaigns and building them into your processes moving forward. It will improve your email reputation, it will improve your inbox placement, and it will improve your overall profit per subscriber on your list. Now, for more information on email re-engagement, visit emaildelivered.com/email-marketing/email-re-engagement. You can also download the same information in an easy-to-follow infographic, PDF guide, or you can download these PowerPoint slides there. So again, visit us at www.emaildelivered.com for more email marketing and deliverability tips,